Okay guys, welcome back to Dr. Lou's Low Carb Diet. I'm Dr. Lou. Today we're looking at ketones. There are three ketones. Most people aren't aware there are actually three of them, and they don't understand where they are and what they do. So why is this important? Well, once you understand the ketones, you'll then understand how you can check up on your ketones without any issues, and how you can even spot things without a test. Okay guys, stay tuned. Okay guys, so you've heard ketosis, and we understand that that's a state in the body where you're producing ketones. Why are we producing them? So they're replacing glucose that you use for energy. Now the ketones are the ones that are going to then be sent to your cells instead and then changed and then used as energy. Now, this is quite interesting, and this is why a ketogenic diet works, because what you're doing is you're telling your body no more sugar. So your body is saying, yes, sir, let's go into ketosis. We are going to change fats. We're going to take them from your body. We're going to take them from your bloodstream. We're going to then turn that fat you consume into energy. So that's why you lose weight, and you lose weight really quickly and efficiently because your body is shocked into that. And it takes quite a few weeks to get into the optimum range where you still will continue to lose weight as long as you have a decent diet. Now, with these ketones in your body, there are three main types. So I'm going to go through them and then you're going to understand them. So let's have a look up here. So I've produced this diagram here, and it gives you a good idea exactly what the three are. So here we go. Three ketones your body makes in ketosis. So let's have a look. So number one, we have acetoacetate, and you can see it down there, abbreviation as ACAC. Now, what's the main idea here? Well, this is quite interesting because this is the main, if you will, ketone. Now, why is it so important? Because it's actually the one that will make all the others. You start with this usually, and then what happens is you make the other ketones for your body. Now, so why is this interesting? Well, it's interesting because this acetoacetate is going to be able to be used still as energy, but it is a precursor to the other ketones. So it's 100% necessary, and understand it, you can also then eat things that promote that. So they're precursors to acetoacetate, and then you have them to be the precursor to make the other two. Okay, so here we go. First ketone produced made in the liver from fat. There you go. It's the first one. The original ketone, it's the starting point for the other two ketones. So this one is very important, and you understand that you're going to need it in abundance to be able to make the other ketones. Now, quick energy can be used directly by some tissues for energy. Now that's the key word. It can be used by some tissues. It can't be universally used, and that's why we need the others. Let's have a look. Now, we're going to move on to number two. Here you go, you can see number two. And so what's the main idea behind number two? Well, number two is beta-hydroxybutyrate, or better known as BHB. Now, that is going to be obviously the main one. And why is that so important? Because this one can actually be identified very easily and quickly. Yeah. And how is that done? So it lets you understand exactly the state of your body. And why is that? Because you will use a ketone meter for a blood test. Now, what's the main characteristics of BHB? So main ketone in the blood, the most abundant ketone during nutritional ketosis. So this is the one where you are working efficiently, and this is being created and burnt to release energy for you in the main when you're in main ketosis. Okay. Primary fuel used by the brain, muscles, and most organs for energy. So now it's coming out. This is vital. So you need acetoacetate to create beta-hydroxybutyrate to be able to fuel all or most of the systems in your body. This is very important for your body. So now you understand it's super important, and you measure it usually within your blood, and it can keep and give a very quick, accurate record. Okay, So that's number 2. Now, which one's number 3? Well, there we go. We have acetone. So abbreviation ACET, you can see there that it's a volatile ketone formed from ACAC or acetoacetate and breaking down. So it's formed from ACAC or acetoacetate and it breaks it down to form acetone. Now, you see it's exhaled in the breath. So that's also another common characteristic of a keto diet. You will have a fruity breath, and this is part of it. That's why it's down to acetone. So now you're starting to understand these ketones are affecting your body, and you can know why. So minor energy source can be used for energy, especially by muscles. So again, it's a niche one. It's looking to have energy in specific areas. It's not as flexible as beta-hydroxybutyrate. Yes, so BHB is the main one, but this ACET or acetone is still possible to use or utilize for energy, but you can see how it comes out of the body because you breathe it out, and that's why you have a fruity odor in your breath. So minor energy source, okay, and responsible for keto breath. There you go. So now you know why you have keto breath. It shouldn't be bad. It shouldn't be anything horrible. Keto breath, again, is something which usually comes along with a diet. Now, combining all 3 of these, you end up with clean, efficient energy. So that is the 3 main ketones. So we know these are the 3 main ketones. What does that mean? That tells us that this is exactly now how you understand how you are able to identify the energy source you're having. You used to know sugar, you used to know your carbs, now you know your fats into ketones and what they are and why we have. Here we go, guys. So here we go. You can see here another image here. Why is this here? Because I'm giving you how you measure them. So you can measure all 3 to see if you are in ketosis. And so let's have a look. We have acetone can be measured by a breathalyzer test, and that meter for the breathalyzer will measure whether you have acetone in your breath. So thus showing you are in ketosis. Then you can see you have here, which are urinalysis strips, and that is good to show acetoacetate. So the main one, well, the precursor they all come from. And then finally, you can see here, you have a blood ketone meter, and that's for beta-hydroxybutyrate. So you can understand that quite clearly that these are 3 methods that you can use to identify you're in ketosis and how deeply you're in ketosis. So these are the 3 methods, and you can purchase all 3 of these. Okay, now guys, so if you look up here, you can see we're now looking at efficiency and why we look at some ketones and how we can use them and utilize them to understand how deeply we're in ketosis, and even if in fact, if we're moving out of ketosis, moving into ketosis, or we've been pushed out of ketosis. So most efficient methods for recording ketones. Here we go. So coming in at number 1, we have the blood meter. So this blood ketone meter identifies beta-hydroxybutyrate. Now, it's the most accurate and for real-time ketosis. It directly measures BHB, it's instant, precise results, and is best for tracking ketosis. Now, you can understand that this is definitely the best one to do, but what is the drawback? Well, unfortunately, you are going to have to prick your finger every single time you want to know a reading. Obviously, most people, don't want to do that. You don't want to continue to damage the surface of your skin continuously for a long period of time. And obviously, you don't want any other problems with such as infections or any other such problem that you may acquire. So that is number 1. It's very accurate and real time. Now, let's look at number 2, the most practical one. You can see here you have urine strips or the urinalysis strips. So when you look down here, why is it? Because it's good for what's happening roughly in your body. Now, how does that work? Well, it's delayed about 2 to 3 hours before that impact is shown. So when you measure, you should eat something, then wait 2 to 3 hours to do the test. So easy and affordable, shows ketone presence, and may lag behind changes. So that's the major downfall of this one. You have a lag. You have to wait until you test. Now, it does show acetoacetate, the key big daddy of the ketones in the sense of making the other two. It is very important to know, and it overspills into your urine, and that's how you understand how deeply you're in by the number that are present in your urine. Now, moving on to number 3, the breathalyzer for acetone. Now, why is this one good? It's quick. It's quicker than all of the other two. So it's quicker than the other two. It's fast and non-invasive. You don't have to do something that is going to cause time or issues or problems. Okay. It's a quick breath test and it tracks acetone levels. But why is that seen as maybe not as fantastic? Because acetone isn't the precursor and it isn't the main one in the blood. So it's going to be the one that is probably seen as less accurate and probably not as conducive as the other two tests, but it's still going to be the best for frequent checks because you can do it anywhere. You could be walking down the street, blow it done. You're not going to prick yourself walking down the street and then get a blood test out and do it. Yes, you're not going to go, urinate down the side of the road. So the whole idea there is the breathalyzer is the most convenient and quickest and the one best for frequent checks. Now, this gives you some understanding. These can all be purchased online, but now I hope this gives you the understanding of that you know what your ketones are, you know how important they are, and you know exactly how to measure them. I hope now you understand the 3 ketones, you know that what their function is, you know why they're important, and you know how to test them. So you can go and you can have a look. You'll find a link down there. I will show you a link where you can purchase the 3 items for testing. And at the same time, guys, I hope now you can feel more confident in how you can understand control for your diet is in your hands. Okay, guys, I'll see you on the next one.